My group and I actually decided to do some graphs showing the correlation between pornography usage and domestic violence or partner abuse. So as you can see here, we have our first two graphs. There was a study done about the effects of pornography on abused women, and this study was done on 271 women. 30% of their abusers reportedly used pornography, and then 58% of the women actually reported pornography was affecting their abuse, whether that was the method of abuse or maybe the manipulation or the intention or what have you. 58% of that was affected by the use of pornography. And here we have some information about violence and pornography. This study was done about just the violence in top-rated porn scenes. So 307 porn scenes were watched, and 88% of those top-rated porn scenes featured physical aggression. 48% of those top-rated porn scenes feature verbal aggression, and something that we did not include here is that a majority of that aggression was focused on women, with the perpetrators being male. In addition to that, the women were either shown to enjoy the abuse or at least have no reaction to it whatsoever. So they weren't saying no, they weren't asking for it to be stopped. They were either enjoying it or just taking it. Here we have some statistics from the University of Dallas, just showing the difference between the percentage of young men who watch porn at least once a week and the percentage of young women who report watching porn at least once a week. So here we can see 65% of young men are watching porn regularly compared to the 18% of young women who watch it regularly. And once going outside of porn and just more in the statistics of physical abuse by partners, 24%, or just about 1 in 4 women, report being the victim of physical abuse by an intimate partner. And then just under 14% of adult males have been the victim of physical abuse by an intimate partner. So it's not as big of a difference, but it is about 1 in 4 versus 1 in 6 to 7 men. And then we have our final graph here that shows 95% of serious domestic abusers are male. So throughout this research, we learned that porn is the majority of porn that is being consumed the most has some sort of aggression towards women, whether that be physical or verbal. And then we learn that young men are watching porn more often than women, and they're watching it a majority of the time. And then in addition to that, women are being abused more than men, and men are the majority of that domestic abuse. So we can see a correlation between the majority, the majorly consumed violence in porn is definitely having an effect on the abuse of women, especially because the more men are watching porn and learning how to treat women based on that, which is why we can see an effect of women being more abused than men are, and why we see a majority of that abuse coming from males, because that is how it is portrayed in the pornography as well. Here are our sources, and thanks so much.